All right. Hey, we had a great trade here, guys, this morning. So I put these three lines up this morning. I put these three lines up this morning right at 8:30 in the morning. So that's when you can start finding these areas of where could I find the best possible high probability trade for the day using a low volume node with our trend filter and our zones. So we've had some good trading. You noticed our 30-year back test zone. We talked about this on the previous video at 8:30 that we did. Our 30-year back test zone, this is the best zone that we came up with the past 30 years to look for the S&P to reverse in the direction of that zone. If it's green, looking to buy. If it's red, looking to sell. So right there, it's been down all day. So we only had short opportunities today. No buy opportunities. So at 8:30 this morning, right here at 8:30, that's more than 8:30 right here. I drew these three lines because at the time, these were the lowest volume levels out there. And you can see here, I did a video on this morning. Here's a low volume node up there. That was a short right at the high to pull in. All right, then we done another video here off of this one, but we just had one that came up. So I drew this line in this morning at 8:30. This one right here at 71.5. Well, if you look, we've had a couple sell setups already. We're trending down. My zones have been catching these sells. This is a sell. Pulled in. This is a sell in the sell zone. My sell zones are just really coming alive here today on the S&P. Another sell zone. All right, another pull in. Sorry. So there's 1, 2. Here's a sell zone. You're looking for the S&P to reverse inside that zone. Reverse right inside of it. This is just our normal sell zones with our trend filter. Here's a sell zone. Another good one. This is selling right at the low volume node with 30-year trend. 30-year back test trend. Went over that this morning's video. But look what just happened here. We went over this in the last 3 videos last week in training on how to sell low volume nodes or buy low volume nodes with our system. The market broke down. This is a sell signal right here. Broke down. It got below the control point, which was a low volume node this morning. This is what I drew in, this exact blue line. I have not changed it. I said this is a level we can play off of this morning. It broke down. It retested. I told traders you can pull yourself in here with a lower Renko size too on these nodes. At 1023, that was your short. I'm sorry, 1020 was your short. So you could pull yourself in right at the high here with a smaller Renko on these nodes. There it is. There's your pull-in. Your pull-in is actually 60, 70 and a quarter. 67 and a quarter. Your swing can be, now what you can do on these highs, you can go 2 ticks above the swing high. There's 72 and a quarter, 72 and a half is your stop. And it's just cranking down. The market's cranking down pretty big time. So you could took the pull-in bar, the pull-in candle here also, or you can pull in with the smaller Renko with the smaller stop. Now what I told you guys could do on these nodes, now this is a low volume node retest with our market profile. And how I set this up this morning was this. I said if we get outside of our value area, check this out. I love this chart. If you know what you're doing, knowledge is power in these markets. This is not my opinion, not your opinion. This is all the order flow in the market. The market likes to find value. If it gets outside of a balanced market, it will go and try to find value. It's called finding the fair value area. I drew this line in for you this morning at 8:30. I said if we break 64 and a quarter, the next fair value area is all the way down to 32. And PP just came up. That's why it's bouncing here at 43. Look at that big gap in the market. The market likes to find value. It will keep going down till it finds value. That's how we use our proprietary market profile over here. This is our proprietary chart because we don't use standard 30-minute market profiles. We got these 2 to 4 hour rolling windows of where the bell curve will look at these 2 to 4 hour windows and plot these profiles for us. We do it a lot different than everybody else uses profile. Then we got our intraday profile. Intraday profile, we can use it with our low volume nodes with our trend direction. Look at all these trades. 1, 2, 3. This stop right on the low volume node, this last fill. We talked about the auto trail. Just for an example, you can do it how you want to do it. But let's say that you want a 4-tick first target when you're trading off a node, 8-tick second target, break even after 8 ticks, and then 50 or to 100-tick third target. And you can do an auto trail. What we educate traders to try out is a 15-8-1, 1 being the frequency, to auto trail after you get in. They will typically catch these larger moves unless you get a big giant liquidity grab. But that's how we do it. That's a recap of this morning's node that we talked about. I put it in right there. It nailed it. Broke down, retested it. What you want to do is you want to see where these low volume levels are at. And if I look at it, you can look at it pretty much every half hour. So this is still the lowest low volume right here on the bell curve. It's adjusted down a little bit to here, right there at 77 and a quarter. So every hour you can move these when you want to. I am making an indicator. Well, this will auto adjust for you. So this is the point of control. This is the most volume traded. So not only broke the low volume node today that I drew up at 8:30, it became the point of control. So this is a beautiful break retest. We went over this and we talked about this for 30 minutes, how to trade this on our training video that you guys can play. But we'll go over this again tomorrow. 8:30, I'll put the lines up again tomorrow, and we'll try to trade off these levels.